Hey, my craft friend, are you ready to DIY a gorgeous gift idea that's both affordable and personalized? If so, you've arrived at the right video. Now, I'm going to be making mine with mostly Dollar Tree supplies, but keep in mind, it can be made with whatever supplies you prefer to recreate the project with. And in case you're new, I'm Tracy. You've arrived at Sweet Bay Lane. Let's get on with our project. Here are the supplies we're going to be using for this DIY. You'll need 8 of these place markers. I found these at Dollar Tree in their wedding department. I'm going to be using them as photo frames. They measure 2.5 by 3.5 inches. You'll need 8 of your favorite photos. You'll also need this wooden wreath base that I found in the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree. And finally, you'll need something to cut your photos out with. You can use a paper cutter or a pair of scissors. We start by unwrapping all of our photo frames. Now that we have our frames unwrapped, we're going to take the glass out of one of our frames and use it to trace around our photographs. You'll just line up the glass over your photo, trace around it with a pencil, and cut it out with a pair of scissors or a paper cutter, whatever you prefer. I'm going to be using scissors. Now that we have them cut out, we're going to insert all 8 of our photos inside of our little photo frames, making sure to clean the glass as we go. Now that we have that done, we're going to bring back in our wooden wreath base. And for this step, we're just going to arrange our photo frames around our wooden wreath base. Now that we have our frames arranged the way we prefer them, we'll start gluing them down to our wooden wreath base. And this step is quite easy. I'm just going to be using some regular hot glue. I start by gluing the kickstand down to the frame itself and then gluing the frame to the wooden wreath base. I also found it was much easier to glue to the base if you put the glue on the base instead of the photo frame. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I also found it much easier to glue north, south, east, and west. So I glued the bottom, then the top, and then the 2 sides, sort of like a clock, as if it was 12, 3, 6, and 9. And then I just filled in with the other photo frames. And then once you have everything glued on, you should have a piece that looks like this. Now you could stop here. This is gorgeous just the way it is, but I wanted to add a little bit of filler to the back side of my project. And for that, I'm going to be using this green Spanish moss I purchased from Walmart. It's the Pro Flora brand, but I've also seen it at Dollar Tree as well. And we start by adding glue to our project and then attaching the moss. Now that we have the back side done, we'll flip it over and we're going to take little sections of the moss and fill in between the cracks of our photo frames. And for this, you might have to use something like a pencil or something just to poke the moss down in between the frames. I think this is looking so beautiful. I'm so in love with this project. Now we're going to be moving on. We want to add a hanger. I'm going to be using my favorite black velvet ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to just make a simple hanger for the back side. And just make sure when you're gluing your hanger, make sure to put glue on the frame itself along with the Spanish moss. I then finished it off with a simple velvet bow glued to the bottom of my top frame. Then we have this gorgeous photo wreath. I think this is so beautiful. I can't wait to make more. I hope this inspires you to make one for that special person in your life or maybe yourself. As I'm going to do with this one, I'm keeping it. Well, until next time, keep it crafty.